when you turned down $550,000?
Well, yeah, I knew I was going to pitch there. I mean, actually, I wanted to
You knew you were going to BYU to pitch.
I actually wanted to go there and be a quarterback. That was my whole dream. I was going to walk on and be a quarterback.
You would have been a star.
Oh, man. I would have been good. And they had like
Japanese Mormon quarterback at BYU?
I would have been the first Japanese quarterback since Jim McMahon at BYU.
Was Timmy Chang? That was very good. Thank you. I almost missed it. Wasn't Timmy Chang from Hawaii half Japanese?
Yeah, well, he might have been Chinese.
Oh, yeah, Hawaiian and Chinese.
But I tell you what, I used to watch Timmy Chang playing in high school at St. Louis when I was a young kid growing up, and we'd go to Hawaii on vacation.
Too many towns. We're confusing everybody. Listen, so who drafted you that you signed with? The Indians.
The Indians, and that's
in
like
02.
7 years later.
22nd round.
No, 22nd pick.
Oh, you were the first round pick.
Come on.
And you signed for 4 years, $3 million.
It was a 4-year, $3 million bonus with a 4-year, $1 million contract.
I don't know what that means.
Just think 4 years, $4 million.
Okay.
At the end of 4 years, I had $4 million paid to me.
And how old were you when this happened?
Oh, I was drafted at age 23 that time.
And now you have a college degree.
Well, I'm still short on that, too.
Really? Right now you are?
It was then and still am today, but I'm only 1 quarter short.
Well, let's get, Salt Lake City. These are my people. The Mormons love me when I go up there to Wise Guys.
Well, I'm going to go graduate at Stanford, though.
Oh, that's right. Oh, man, you're right. This is it's like Lombard Street.
It's a long road with a lot of twists and turns.
It's Lombard Street.
It takes me an hour and a half when I tell the story to a group of kids to tell the whole thing. So,
all right. So the super fast version is you finally signed with the Indians for 4 years, $4 million.
There you go.
Then they tell you to kick rocks, and you get picked up by the Orioles.
Absolutely. The phone call. You know what? The phone call happened January of 2007. I am on my way to a Justin Timberlake concert, opened up by Pink. Oh, the Future Sex Love Sounds concert, greatest tour of all time. Period.
Really?
Period. Justin Timberlake is the greatest entertainer.
He's funny too.
Oh, he's a talent. He's a phenomenal. He could probably pitch better than me in the big leagues right now, guaranteed.
You're a big fanboy of these boy bands.
Man, do I ever love?
If I didn't see pictures of those 3 beautiful kids and that super gorgeous wife, I would go. I think Guthrie might be a little.
A $3 bill, you know it. So I'm on my way.
There might be a little Alomar.
Well, here's the story. I'm on the internet trying to get my tickets. I say, babe, Jenny, are we going down to the Timberlake concert? We had planned it for months. It's a done deal. We're going to drive down to Vegas. And she tells me her sister's pregnant. And sister's due the day after the concert, so I can't risk going. And she kind of looks at me like maybe I'd stick around too and support the family and the possible birth. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go by myself then. So I jump in the car.
That's how much Justin Timberlake means to you.
Absolutely. So I'm in the car driving. I get the phone call about halfway there. I mean, this is a great day. It's Mark Shapiro, GM of the Indians, and he kind of has this low voice and this sad tone. He says, Jeremy, we got to sign Trot Nixon. We just got him.
Well, that's right. You got blown up for Trot Nixon.
We just signed Trot Nixon, and we need a roster spot for him. And I don't know how to tell you this, but we're gonna have to release you. We're gonna have to designate you for assignment, and you may be with us, but if another team claimed you, you're gone. I said, absolutely, Mark. Well, that's good stuff. I appreciate that. I apprate the 4 years.
He's a good guy, Shapiro.
He is. He's a great guy. I said, I appreciate, you giving me an opportunity. You giving me a lot of money to play for the Indians. I'm sorry it didn't work out, but, I appreciate it.
But I'm on my way to Timberlake, so I can't talk.
That's exactly right. I said, let me call you back tomorrow after the Timberlake concert.
Is that true? Please tell me that's true.
It's partially true.
You're the conversation. Oh, so I'm getting cut? Bringing sexy back.
Yeah, you know what?
Bringing sexy back. You didn't even care. Were you blasting Justin Timberlake on the way to the show?
No, you know what? I didn't even have at that time. The only song that I knew was "I'm Bringing Sexy Back." The album was out.
That's the one I just picked. Then.
Yeah. The album was out. As my kids call it, it's the "Go Ahead Be Gone" song. Go ahead, be gone. So I'm at the concert a couple hours later, and honestly, it was a good thing for me. It was good to move on to a new team, have a new opportunity. My time with the Indians had run its course.
You're not a big drinker, right?
No, I'm not even a small drinker.
So you're not even like going to the concert like, well, forget you, Indians.
No.
Give me another genuine draft.
Ironically, I actually saw a teammate from the Indians there.
Who was it?
Dave Risky, relief pitcher, with his wife. So he gets a little bit of a pass, but he agrees. Best concert ever.
No, he doesn't agree.
Yes, he does.
There's no way there's not a Bon Jovi concert there for him.
Bon who? Come on.
You love boy bands, and that's why you got on my radar. I was guest hosting the Jim Rome show, and everyone's like, "Yo, your boy Jeremy Guthrie." And I like how anybody like to get into the conversation. They go, "Hey, like if I want to talk to you about Kimbo Slice,
Your boy?
I'd go, "Hey, your boy Kimbo Slice is staying at the hotel here," and you'd be like, "Wait, what?" But on Twitter, you're like, "Oh, really, my man?" So they said your boy Jeremy Guthrie listens. There's a whole article because Jason Stewart, who's the great, he is so great on the Jim Rome show of setting you up to succeed when you guest host. He'll email me like weird, like everyone knows who won Monday Night Football, but who knows that Jeremy Guthrie before every start rocks out to NSYNC and Justin Bieber. He's a believer.
Backstreet Boys.
And the Backstreet Boys. Like, that was an actual article he sent me about you.
That was on headline news. I woke up one morning in San Francisco playing the Oakland A's, and I'm on headline news for my music taste. And they had highlights and everything.
But how old are you?
32.
You don't think it's odd that a 32-year-old grown man is rocking out in his car like, oh, where are we going? Pachanga Casino? All right, get my Backstreet Boys CD. We're going to do this right. Road trip.
The only decision is which one.
Never say.
Am I going to get Never Gone? Am I going to get This Is Us? Millennium, Black and Blue.
You got to go with Millennium every time, though, right?
Well,
I have no idea what this means. I just took a shot.
Millennium. You don't know Millennium album?
No, because
Come on.
Penis.
It came out right in 1999. They have five
I like
of them.
girls.
They got five
I like
of them.
vaginas and boobs, and I like to listen to Jane's Addiction and the Rolling Stones. And I told you to listen to Unchained by Van Halen via Twitter.
Hey, you promised me a win.
You got lit up
Botched
like
it
Charlie
against the
Sheen
Rays on national television. The Fox Game of the Week. I decide that's the day I'm going to come out to Unchained by Van Halen, which, by the way, sucked. It was terrible. My apologies to Van Halen. They're tremendous.
That's the theme song to the podcast.
Well,
as you know, because
not
you
this podcast, or it's over. Not this podcast.
You won't change it.
Oh, absolutely. You will. You're right.
Unchained, nothing stays the same.
Well, I got unchained in about the second inning on a 3-run blast by Longoria, and I got re-unchained in the fifth by B.J. Upton. 7 runs later,
B.J. Upton couldn't hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat. Why is he hitting bombs off of you?
He can hit.
His brother's tremendous.
He can hit 97, which was the velocity of the pitch. After
first
someone's
of all,
warmed up to Unchained.
Hold on, braggy boy. There's no way. There's no way you're telling me on this podcast
fast?
that you're running it up at 97 miles an hour. Because then you'd be a closer.
Is 97 fast? It wasn't fast enough, Jay. It got blasted to right center field.
How do you know?
See ya. Home run. Okay.
How do you know that wasn't?
There was an old dude in Tampa on a radio that day said, "Oh, it's like a jungle out here at Camden Yards." He was asleep. Heard the loud crack of the bat. B.J. Upton sends a ball into right center field.
I think 97 was the speed of the ball leaving up.
No, as Dustin Pedroia so eloquently says, 95 coming in, 105 going out.
What you can throw 97 miles an hour?
I can throw 98 sometimes.
Do you know when you throw a pitch, the difference? I'm being serious. Do you know the difference between like 92 and 96? Like when you go, let's say the guy just takes a pitch and you just throw it to Weeders behind the plate. Can you tell the difference in your velocity, those 4 miles an hour?
Yeah, but before we get to that, Unchained sucked again. Just want to reiterate that. Yes, you can tell the difference.
You're a fucking mental patient.
You can tell.
I said you wouldn't swear either, by the way. You swore twice.
When did I swear?
You said suck. It's a bit of potty mouth.
Yes,
I don't think
you can
Brigham
tell.
Young would approve.
You can feel.
I don't
the
think
difference.
Joseph Smith is in his grave going, "This sucks." He's making the best of it.
He's making
the best of it.
Unchained. I don't know how the song goes. That's how I try.
So you did actually go out to the song.
Yes.
But think of all the fans.
Listen to this. I put on Twitter that I'm going to warm up to Justin Bieber Never Say Never against the Red Sox, and guess what? I won. And the Red Sox are good, and we were not very good, and I was sucking. Ooh, that word again. And I beat the Red Sox with Justin Bieber. Actually, you know what? I was up 4-0. We lost the game. But I didn't give up any runs.
You got a no decision.
Yeah, I got a no decision. It was 4-0. I came out after 6 innings, and we lost.
What's it like as a pitcher when you have like a 3-0 lead and they bring in a reliever and you watch that guy piss it away?
Yeah, that's not good.
It must be really hard to not really personally hate that person on the bus and then to the plane to go across country, and you just look at some guy that just was dicking around on the mound and gave up your lead and just cost you a W, and you're like, this guy? I could have stayed in and done that.
That does make you mad. You're right.
It does. Right? That's worse. What's worse, that? I think I know the answer. Or the team not hitting as a group when you pitch.
I think you know the answer, too.
It's that guy pissing away your win.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is there a guy that's no longer in baseball that you can remember pissed away several?
No, unfortunately, they're still all in baseball, Jay.
No, but is there a guy? Is there a guy that pissed?
Hey, they're all still in baseball. That's the news.
Is there a guy that has specifically a guy that has pissed away several of your wins? Like when you comes in, really?
Yes.
You're not going to say his name, right?
No, I'll absolutely say his name. Jeremy Guthrie's pissed away a lot of games.
No.
Yes.
I want a reliever that comes in when you're in between innings and Buck Showalter goes, hey, that's it. I'm going to the bullpen. Thanks a lot. And they bring in the guy. You go, this fucking guy again.
No, I don't have anybody like that.
You do. No, you don't have to say his name, but you can tell me that you do.
I really don't. I really don't. We had great guys.
With the Orioles bullpen, you're telling me there's no guy that you went, ugh.
No, I mean, we've blown some leads, but I've blown terrible leads too.
By the way, this just in from Matt Frost, sportrobe.com. Orioles surpassed the Rays in attendance this year. You averaged 21,943 people a game. The Rays averaged 18,374.
Here come the Rays!
A game. Let me tell you a funny story about Mark Shapiro. You got a second? I was in Cleveland with Kenny Rhoda, who's a local radio guy, really sweet guy, and he goes, hey man, Slam man, come to the game with me Sunday. I go, okay. So we go to the game, it's noon. No, it was a little early, probably 11 a.m. because the guys are still out there playing pepper and stuff. And Mark Shapiro comes down and he starts speaking. He introduces himself to me and Kenny Rhoda.
Big guy, huh? Jack.
And there's this little old Spanish Latin man. And Mark Shapiro this guy's like 90, 95, old, and starts speaking perfect Spanish, like any GM should be able to. Just like, I can't speak Spanish. And the old man's like, da, 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 da. And it was Einar Diaz's grandfather who came in from Panama. Einar Diaz at the time was the catcher for the Indians. And his grandfather flew in. He had problems with his visa. Finally, on death's door, he gets to the United States. What's the name of the stadium?
United States of America.
United States of America, Jacobs Field, and he's going to finally see his son play. And Mark Shapiro explains all this to me, and that's what they were talking about in Spanish. I go, how amazing is that? At 92 years old, this guy finally is able to leave Panama, get his visas together, and he gets to see his grandson, his only grandson, play Major League Baseball. Mark Shapiro goes, yeah, but Einar's not playing today. What?
Hey, hang with him. Maybe next life.
He goes, it's Sunday. I go, yeah, but you just told me this whole story. This guy was on a raft. He had to get to Cuba, and then he had to fly. He had visa problems. He got sent back. And then you just spoke to him in Spanish. Maybe that's the Sunday you let Einar play in front of his dying. He goes, no, it's Sunday. I'm not letting Einar play.
Well, there's always next year.
There is always next year. I want to ask you, you were an Eagle Scout?
I am.
Is this your podcast badge?
You know, the podcast merit badge is earned by getting on the radio with Jay Mohr and putting your podcast on iTunes.
What was the hardest badge to get as an Eagle Scout?
You know what? Wilderness survival is a tough one because you got to go out there and camp and you got to build your own shelter. And I sucked. I don't even know how to use a knife hardly. I did not thrive in Boy Scouts, although I gave everything I had to get that Eagle Scout. And I had to go out and live in a shelter for 2 days. That was tough.
2 days is nothing.
I know, but it sucks when you.
What's harder, minute and a half on the catwalk or living in a shelter for 2 days?
1.5 on the catwalk, especially if you're running fast.
I can do 140. I'll do 150 on the catwalk, guaranteed. I got a gut.
This is gonna be hilarious.
You're a world class athlete.
I'll film you on the catwalk. We'll post it
on the catwalk.
Oh, we'll get that on the stadium sound. Little Right Said Fred, one hit wonder.
I'll do it. I'm telling you, man, I'm a real athlete.
Little thing on the catwalk.
Merit badge, the wilderness survival.
Wilderness survival is a toughie.
Was it hard getting people to come to the wilderness with you, knowing that you were going to probably be singing Backstreet Boys in the tent?
It was at Boy Scout camp.
Yeah. So, how many of the other Boy Scouts were like, yeah, O-Town, sing it, let's do it. Let's sit around the fire.
We're talking 1992. You know who I was listening to in 92?
Celine Dion. Yes,
no, that's pre-Celine Dion.
No, it's not.
You're right, it's not. I did Color of My Love. Love that album. 'Cause I'm your lady. Man, I nailed that note. And it's amazing I'm not singing in a boy band right now.
You got the rhythm.
Is there any glass left in this room?
You have the rhythm of a furnace.
Paul Abdul, Spellbound was huge.
Do you love me?
Rush, rush.
Keanu Reeves was in that video. My wife was in the Hey Baby.
Come on.
She was
dancing or
10 years old. She was no, she's Paul Abdul.
That's sweet. I used to play Nintendo, listen to that song.
My wife was 10-year-old dancer in Forever Your Girl video. There's, hey, baby, pick your head up.
As we know, we're YouTubing tonight.
What is the worst celebrity pitch you've seen throw out the first pitch? Where's somebody that threw out the first pitch and you were like horrified? Because Barack Obama did a pretty bad job. He was wearing the mom jeans. They were pulled up over his belly. You could see his nuts. It was bad all around.
We had vacation.
Too many towns. We're confusing everybody. Listen. So who drafted you that you signed with? The Indians.
The Indians. And that's
in
like
02.
7 years later.
22nd round.
No, 22nd pick.
Oh, you were the first round pick.
Come on.
And you signed for 4 years, $3 million.
It was a 4-year, $3 million bonus.
Right now you are?
It was then and still am today, but I'm only 1 quarter short.
Well, let's get, Salt Lake City. These are my people. The Mormons love me when I go up there, the wise guys.
Well, I'm going to go graduate at Stanford, though.
Oh, that's right. Oh, man, you're right. This is a lot. It's like Lombard Street.
It's a 4-year, $1 million contract.
I don't know what that means.
Just think 4 years, $4 million.
Okay.
At the end of 4 years, I had $4 million paid to me.
And how old were you when this happened?
Oh, I was drafted at age 23 that time.
And now you have a college degree.
Well, I'm still short on that, too.
Really?
BYU.
Was Timmy Chang? It was very good. Thank you. I almost missed it. Wasn't Timmy Chang from Hawaii half Japanese?
Yeah, he might have been Chinese.
Oh, yeah, Hawaiian and Chinese.
But I tell you what, I used to watch Timmy Chang playing in high school at St. Louis when I was a young kid growing up, and we'd go to Hawaii on.
When you turned down $550,000?
Well, yeah, I knew I was going to pitch there. I wanted to
You knew you were going to BYU to pitch.
I actually wanted to go there and be a quarterback. That was my whole dream. I was going to walk on and be a quarterback.
You would have been a star.
Oh, man. I would have been good. And they had like
Japanese Mormon quarterback at BYU?
I would have been the first Japanese quarterback since Jim McMahon.